Hello and welcome to this review of Cockburn's fine Tawny port wine product of Portugal. This is from the okay, I'm not sure. I was gonna try to figure out the date, but it's confusing. Imported by Premium Port Wines of San Francisco, California. It's 19% alcohol. Oh, Cockburn's is an old company. It's part of this Symington family today. They said back in 1962 it got bought out by some big company. They didn't name names, but they said they kind of messed up the quality. And then I think in 2010 Symington bought it. They said they improved it. I've never had it. I bought this at Mathern's supermarket here, and it was I think it was $15.99. Oh, yeah, something like that. All right. Perfect at the end of a fine dinner, or simply to enjoy it with friends. Or I could add, or to do a video review outside in the heat of the afternoon. All right, well, 1815, here's the crest embossed on the glass. That's what it says. The reason I'm doing this, well, I like port wines, but then I was doing some video and I was mentioning how it tasted like port wine, and then Dean of Dean's Beer Reviews, he said, would you ever like to examine a port wine? And here's the cork. And I said, yeah. So I went out and bought this one. And I said, well, what do you think about I was stupid, you know, Instead of asking him, which one do you want to do, I just said, oh, I'm sure all these English people can get Cockburns. So I run out there and I buy it. And I said, how about Cockburns? I don't think this is a wood cork. I'm not sure. It's rubberized, but it might have a coating on it. He said, I never heard, or maybe you heard of it, but he said, I don't think I can get it. And then he checked online or whatever. And he said, I don't think I can get it. I said, well, that's bad news. And then I was talking to Harry Meadows of Blue Nose, and he was saying, he was already showing me a bottle of it that he had. Oh, he wanted to join. And I said, well, Cockburn's, and then that started in December 2017, and just kept going on and on. I'm trying to find this, trying to find that. So I said, well, look, how about we just do port wines in general? We can examine port wines of any brand. They like that idea. So that's coming up. And then John and Neil wanted to do it because he got interested in it over there in Georgia. But then we have the time frame to try to work out, because they're many hours later than we are in England, you know, because of the time difference. So I may have to do it in shifts, which I've done before. You might remember I did okay. I don't want to pour it on myself, but my arm slipped off the armrest. When I did the Steel Reserve 211, you might remember, I had to do 2 shifts. There were so many people who wanted to join that. All right, well, anyway, so try not to spill things, but it happens sometimes. The sun is way up there at about an 85-degree angle. It's about 83 degrees. I have it chilled. Well, it's deep. Okay, from one way the sun hits it, it's got a brown look, okay? But if I let the sun hit it that way, it's got like a rosé look, or a purple look. So that's unexpected, I guess. The aroma, spicy. Smells almost like it could have spices in it. And it's, what you call that? I'm trying to think of the word. Like leathery or something. Yeah. Maybe nutty, chestnut, leathery. I know they spike these with brandy, so it's a little, people might say gamey. I'm not too sure about the aroma, but I'm ready to try the flavor. In other words, I'm ready to taste it. does taste kind of spiced. It's like leathery, some deep red grapes, a little booziness, a little, not really, the spiciness, which is unusual, and I'm gonna take another sip. I'm not gonna drink too much of that stuff, it's too strong, but I made the mistake with that Sandeman over at my friend David's house, and I said, let's drink. We drank a big glass, and I said, oh, no. No more. Not gonna happen again. It turned me off to that stuff. It was really good at first when we did the initial review. You might have noticed we were really bragging on it. I think that was the Ruby. Okay, last draw on this for now. I was reluctant to say it. It was kind of a vermouth type thing. Maybe a lot of people cook with this. I don't know. I see a lot of port wines, okay? Mathurin says all different types. You know, down from like $8.99 all the way up to like, I don't know, it must be $49. And then Dorgnac's has it from like $4.99 or $5.99. Yeah, $5.99 all the way up to $80, $90, I think. So there's a big there's a big world of port drinking and appreciation. I'm not in that world. I'm only on the periphery of it, obviously. Starting to have a brandy taste underneath. I'm not too sure about this. I'm not sold on it. I don't know if I like it. I can tell it's well made though. It's not some old cheap junk. But I do like some of the cheap junk, so-called cheap junk, like Fairbanks port, and then I think they have a Tawny port, and then the Taylor Tawny port, and I believe there's another Taylor port, a sweet port or something. I don't know. I didn't catalog it. It's so easy to look it up. Those are more inexpensive. Well, they're not shipping it across the ocean, you see, so that cuts down on the price. But this one is a little more exotic. I'm not sure about it, but I would recommend it if you like to try things with maybe exotic flavors. If you've ever had this Cockburn's Fine Tawny Porto, let me know. I'd be curious to see what you think about it. Usually with something like this, I'll be a little thrown off by it at first, or put off by it, and then it'll start to grow on me. Because I got a lot of it to drink. And it says it'll last, you don't need to, it says on the website, you don't need to decant it. They were saying do it chilled though, and I chilled it. And they were saying it should be fine 8 weeks after you open it. So, I mean, it's not going to last 8 weeks, but you don't have to rush through it. So thank you for watching this video production, and let me know what you think about the Cockburn's Fine Tawny Porto.